Hey Flosstube, I'm going to show you some finishes. I have 3 and one is really big. I don't think I'm going to do a full Flosstube today. I'm just going to show you my finishes, and then tomorrow I'm going to try to do the Flosstube, and then I'll put the videos together. So just the finishes today. Today is April the 19th, 2023. And I don't know what Flosstube this is, but maybe I'll say it when I start the video tomorrow. I've been working out in my garden. I've been in the yard a lot. Been so busy, incredibly busy. So I'm gonna start with the smallest of the finishes. This is Not Forgotten Farm. Let me see what it's called. Folk Bird Needlebook. It looks like it was from a club in 2014. And I am going to make it into the needlebook. So I finished this, and I'm going to do it just like that. And I'll show you what fabric I have picked out. I don't know what fabric this is. It is a linen. I feel like it's a 40 count, and I feel like it is an R&R, but I have no clue what the name was. It was just in my scraps. And he was so fun to stitch. So I'll be turning him into a little needle book. Okay, let me show you. So I've got this fabric for the inside. And then I have these like wool. Oh, Niha's gonna bark. I might need to grab her. One of these or 2 of these for the eggs. So probably like that really light blue one and this one. That one's probably too purple. So that'll be so cute. So cute. And hopefully I can get that done soon. So that's finish number 1. Finish number 2. Oh, it's the mailman. Yeah, she might start barking. This is my Riolis kit called Blue Jays. I used the fabric from this kit. I converted the floss because it was wool acrylic. I converted it to DMC, and the conversion is in my community tab if you want the conversion. So let's see. And she turned out so beautiful. And I actually miss stitching on this. I saw blue jays in my yard. Well, they're always in my yard, but like I was looking out the window. It was probably like 3 days ago, and I saw them in the front yard, and it made me want to work on this, but I've already finished this, so I can't work on it anymore. So it turned out so good. And that's the DMC, not the wool acrylic, but in the kit. Okay, finish number 3. She's a biggie. My long dog sampler. My one and only. It's called the Pilgrim. I made some changes. Let me show you what I changed. Okay. This crow or raven has a halo around its head, and it has what looks to be a fork sticking out of its mouth. And it's I think it's supposed to be a tassel. And I took a flower out of that book. Who is it by? Somebody Keys. I can't think of the name. Linda? No. I don't remember. maybe I'll put it down here in the bottom, but I took a flower out of that book and stuck it in the crow's mouth. So this fabric right here is chamomile tea. It's by R&R and it's a 36 count. I stitched it over 2 using 1 thread, DMC 3363. And I might need to scoot back. Let's see. Hold on. Do I scoot back or do I scoot you back? I don't know. Let me stand up. Okay. There it is. You can hear Mia growling. Okay, I'll bring it in and show you some things. So there's the crow with the flower. What's wrong, BB? Let's see. Changed the year to 2023. There's my initials. Hold on, let me go put her in my chair. Okay, I've got her in my chair. Yep, love it, love it, love it. Can't believe it is done. It was fun. Actually, it was more than fun. This was comfort stitching to me because I think because of the fabric and I didn't have to be switching colors. It was just when I didn't want to think too hard and I just wanted to stitch and I wanted something really easy, this was what I pulled out. So there you go, my 3 finishes. The mailman. Okay, so tomorrow I will try to come back and do a full Flosstube. Hey Flosstube, it's me again. Same video, different day, same dress. I think it is April. It's the 21st now of April. It's been a few days. Life's busy. The boys are both outside though, so I think I can do this now, but I still have dogs in the house. So I filmed a video a few days ago of my 3 finishes, and I don't know if I'm gonna put that before this or after this. So we'll see. But I'm gonna show you my whips real quick, my works in progress. This is the one I am working on, and they're in no order, and I will put pictures up when I can, and the befores and pictures of what they look like. So this is the one I've been working on for the last week or 2. It is a full coverage. I'll put it right here while I'm talking about it. It is a Heaven and Earth. It is a mini. It is called The Favorite. The artist is Omar Rayan. And I am working on it on a 25 grid, let me think, 25 count, easy grid, easy guide, easy count, 1/1 full cross. So I am trying to, if you can see, first I'll put up the before over my face or in this corner or something, and you can see I've been working down like here in the dog, the little dog. It's my little dog Nellie because she's evil. I've been working in her face, and I'm not sure I like it. I mean, I love her face in the artwork, but it is very dark here. So I'll put in the picture of what the artwork looks like, and it's so much more brighter. Her face is more defined and clear, and this is the mini, and I like how her face looks. So I'm trying to work down right here to see if I even want to continue. I love it. I love the artwork, but I don't know if I like how the stitched piece is turning out. So we'll see. And I may take a break and go stitch on something else, but I'm really trying to get this little girl's, because she's got a little bow in her hair, this little girl right here done to see if I want to continue. I don't know if you can, if it's worth it. Maybe it is. Maybe I'm overthinking it. I overthink everything. Buying peanut butter at the grocery store, I overthink it. So anyway, that's on my, let me bend over. That's on my K's Creation lap stand that I got off of Etsy. Okay. No order to all this. I did have 3 new starts, but I had 3 finishes, and I have no fully finishes, FOs. Okay, so this was one of my WIPCO calls. It's called Arc of White. It's by Tempting Tangles, and it's a poem by Emily Dickinson about a spider. So it's a spider web. And there's a little spider right there. And I'm stitching this with Leah Noel. And I will link her channel below. She's Rhubarb Patch Studio. And I just started working on this. I worked a day on this because I'm concentrating on this one the end of the month. So here is where I'm at. And this is a Lakeside linen. I think it's 36, hold on. It's Vintage Wood Smoke. Vintage Wood Smoke by Lakeside Linen. And I changed the colors of all the leaves. I kept the spider web is the same color, the called for color. But I made it more browns. See, she's got some blue in there, and those look yellow. So I made it more green and brown. Okay. I usually have a basket here to throw all this in, so I guess I'm just going to throw it on the floor. Throw it on the floor. Okay. This is a new start. This pattern I purchased from the expo last year, so Fall Expo. Was that in August? September? I don't know. So it's fairly new. It's a garden sampler by a carriage house. And I started up here. Well, actually, I started right here in the middle and worked my way over because I want to go like A, B, C, D. And Stephanie from Lindy Stitches started this, and a lady on Instagram, she lives in Williamsburg, I think, Virginia, where I live. I don't live in Williamsburg, but I live in Virginia. Kitten Stitcher. She's stitching this. So this is an R&R fabric. It's 36 count. I think it's Beach Brew. And I have an acorn and an ant. And I love stitching on this. I love stitching on R&R fabric. So yeah, I started in the middle and I like worked my way up. And it's cute and it's pretty fun. Pretty fun to stitch. So it's gonna be a long piece. So that was a new start. Kind of like my spring start, although, did I bring it out? Yeah, I did have a spring start. Okay, this one was like an impulse start because I'm crazy. Okay, some people on Instagram and Flosstube were starting a Hade, a Heaven and Earth, and it's a new pattern from Heaven and Earth, and it's free, and it's sea turtles, and I think it might be called Turtle Mama, and I'll put a picture in. And I was like, well, it's free, and I'm gonna see all these people stitching turtles, so I'm gonna try. And I got this piece of fabric from my stash, and it is called Steel. It's by Atomic Ranch, and it's 28 count, and I believe I got this from StitchCon last year because I wanted to do some 1/1 on 28. And this is the start of the turtle's fin, like all the way on the left, and you can't hardly see it, but there it is. So yeah, that's the start of a turtle fin. And I think this is the first time that I'm doing full coverage with no grid. It's a little scary. I see Sarah, the stitching mommy, doing it every week. So I'm trying it, we'll see. So I think the turtles will look really cute on this. I can't remember who I'm stitching this with. Let me think. I know there's like 3 other people. There's the Confetti Stitcher. Heather maybe is her name. Heather. And the Stay-at-Home Stitcher. And then somebody with the name, with the penguin in their name. And I'll put them all below. And you can go look at their progress. So yeah, that's start number 2. Okay, this is another full coverage. This is my sharks. It is called Wish You Were Here. It's by Artisy. The artist is Royce McClare. And it is a cropped, like a cropped picture of a big picture. And this will one day be a pillow in our bus, whose name is Jaws. So I don't know how much more I had, and I don't really know where I stitched. I don't remember. I don't know. I just know I worked on it a little bit more before my last, or after my last video. So once I put the favorite away, I'll probably pull this out again, work on it some more. Because I really want to get this one done. Okay, next, I stitched on my mushrooms. This is a Russian kit. It's called Toadstools, and I got this one off of an Etsy shop that is not open right now. So maybe one day they will be able to come back. And I worked on this toadstool right here, and there's like a little spider. This is the kit fabric, but I'm doing it 1/1. It's a 27 count, so you know it's supposed to be like that big, but instead I'm doing it little itty bitty, and I'm using the kit floss. So I think if I put in the before picture, you'll be able to see that I worked on that mushroom. Whoops, there we go. I don't know if y'all can hear Miha barking in the backyard. My husband is in the backyard working on the bus. This was or is my other whip go call for April, and I've already worked on it. So I worked on it the first 2 weeks of April. Are we in April? Yeah, April. Okay, yeah, April. It is a Gold Collection Petites. It's called Ugly Duckling. Artist is Lynn Jones. And I worked down here. I tried to get all the rest of the bottom stitched. It's not back stitched, but I did reach the other end where that water is. So I'm using everything from the kit. The kit fabric, which is an Ada, and the kit floss. Yeah, he's one of my favorites. Not my favorite to stitch because I don't like stitching dimensions kits, but one of my favorite pictures. So if I hold it back, you'll see where I worked at it on the bottom. But that's going away for a little while. Okay, this one, I didn't know whether to show you this one or not because it is my StitchCon exchange piece, which if I can get it done by StitchCon. So we'll see, it might not be. But my girlfriend Becky said, who was going with me to StitchCon, who went with me last year, nobody knows who you have because you put it in a bag and you put it on a table. So nobody's gonna know what they're getting. So I'm gonna show it. It's by Brenda Gervais. I love fall most of all. And here is where I'm at. This is a bramble by Picture This Plus. And I'm doing it 1/2 and it's a 32 count. And I love those soft colors. And I'll make it into like a little pillow. Just like it is on the picture. I think I'm gonna do like the picture. Maybe even try to put some rickrack. We'll see. If I can get this sucker done. So let's see. I have 2 months. 2 months to get it done. Maybe less. I'm going to weekend B. Okay, this is my bat. I like to stitch this on the 13th. I did not stitch on it this month because I think I was on my quilting retreat on the 13th and I didn't bring this, but I did stitch on it in March and forgot to show you. This is what? Blackberry Lane Designs. And it is a needle minder. What is this fabric? Is this the fabric that I don't know what it is? And oh, here we go. Nantucket Eve by Seraphim, and it's a 36 count. This might be the one where it does something really weird to my camera. Yeah. So there she is. She's so cute. Oh my gosh, she's adorable. I love those wings. So I'll put, yeah, see how it's doing something weird in my camera? I'll pull back so you can see the before. So you can see where I worked. And then when I finish her front, I gotta stitch her back and then put her together, and then a little magnet goes in her. 2 magnets go in her, and so she'll like fold her wings. Hey, Pumpkin. Here's Miss Evil Snappa. You want pets? Hi, I'm not picking you up. Hey, BB. Hi, BB. This is Nellie. You can't see her because I'm not picking her up. She will bite me, but she will let me pet her. Hi. Okay, this is my other new start. It is from Mojo Stitches called Twitching Noses, and I believe this is another one I got from Expo in the fall. And I started this for spring. You okay? Don't bite me. Okay, okay. Let me see what I'm stitching this on. It's a fox and rabbit called Mayflower, and it's 36 count. And I'm doing it 1/2. And there is the start of my rabbit. So here, let me hold the yeah. The colors look different, but it's okay. It still looks like a rabbit. And it is part of a reproduction of an antique. I needed something springy to stitch. Okay, this one is my lady, and I stitched on this again in the Zoom group from Pam, Stitching in the Land of Good Enough. She does a Fancy Ladies Zoom group. Is it the last Thursday? I think it's the last Thursday of the month. So I hopped on there and worked on my Native American maiden. And I'm still like stitching across. I had gotten to her hair, and I actually did some of her face, and I'm doing her face 1/1. So far, so good. You'll be able to see that. So there, I don't know how well it's showing up because it's kind of dark. And I can't see because my glasses aren't on. Hold on. Yeah, I don't know. So the mountains up here, and there'll be TPs, they are stitched 1/2 to give it like a background look, and then in the foreground she is stitched 2/2, but I'm doing her face 1/1. This is a vintage country mocha, and my camera is doing something funky again with this fabric, probably because it's a little bit dark. I wonder if I open these blinds. Nope, I don't think that helped. I don't know. What is this? This is 32 count because she will have beads. Yep. So I'm not very far on her, but I only am working on her 1 day a month in the Zoom group. But it's fun to be in the group, and it's fun to stitch on her. She actually reminds me of my dad, so long story, we won't go into it. Okay, this one I'm stitching with Lisa from Stitching the Dream. We met at StitchCon, and we'll get to see each other again at StitchCon. And it is Simplicity by Cottage Garden Samplings, and I worked on the bird. I wanted to finish the bird. This is Vintage Country Mocha also, and it is 40 count. I'm using the called for colors except for the white. They called for 712 and I switched it to Blanc because you couldn't see it and I wanted my white to pop more. Yep, and I love that bird. That is a goldfinch. And I love daisies. I am loving that. Okay, I think that is it because I should have showed you my Pilgrim, my Blue Jays, and my needle book. And I showed you my 3 starts. I am going to pause and get my haul, and I have Stitchy Kindness. That is amazing. Amazing. So hold please. Okay, I'm back. I got the fabric for my toad, which is called Rainy Days and Mondays, and I'll put a picture in if I remember. So I don't know when I'm going to start that, but I wanted the fabric for when I just get the itch to start it. And then I went ahead and got one of these, the DMC floss thing, because you know, I like to do conversions, and I have a few more Riolas kits that have the wool acrylic, and I want to use DMC. So instead of borrowing Donna Ray's all the time, because that's how I did it the last time, borrowed Donna Ray's book, I went ahead and purchased my own. So I got that from 123 Stitch. From Top Knot Stitcher shop, I went ahead and got the floss card from Beth Twist. Look, it has some place for your needle, and it's the, hold on, as I drop it, hold on. Float like a butterfly and sting like a bee. So this was 2 patterns at Market from Beth Twist, Heartstring Samplery, and Paulette Stewart, Plum Street. And instead of stitching them, which I love them and maybe one day do want to stitch both of them because I love them, I went ahead and got this so I can just look at this all the time because it's so cute. And I think Beth's husband makes these, maybe? Okay, and then I got a piece of the Beach Brew 36 count from Kitten Stitcher. And this is what I started my garden sampler on, because I love some R&R. They're my favorite. Okay, so that's my haul. That's it. I got no patterns this time. I was very good. I am going to show you what some people gave me. And it's amazing. Okay, let's see. Vicky from Stitch and Button. She has a floss tube and a shop. She sent me this bag with a cute note with the beetle on it. And Vicky, you don't know this, but I have a green beetle. I drive a yellow beetle, but I have a green beetle in the garage. Her name is Yoda May. She doesn't even have an engine yet, but I might stick this in the bus though and store stuff in it. Okay, let's see. Karen asked if she could send me one of the Wee Beasties. I was like, yes, please. And somebody is stitching this. Who is it? Oh, I can't remember. Anna and Shelia, maybe? I don't remember. I feel like a couple people are stitching this. And then she sent me a frog one too. She just threw that one in. She she told me about the dragonfly. So Karen sent me those. And then I won this from Beth, who is, let me think, the Steadfast Stitcher. I'll link all these people below. She has a Flosstube, and I won this from her channel. Home Sweet Home. It is by the Tiny Modernist. And Beth, on her channel, she does the flip through. So go check her out and check the flip through out. But, like, look at that. Isn't that cute? I love the wildflowers. Let me see if I can find another one that is... Here's like a little bee skep. It's just very springy and naturey. So yeah, thank you, Beth. So excited. It took a trip around the world before it got to me, but it made it finally. Okay, and then Tammy. Tammy shocked me. Tammy sent me a frogging book. She made a frogging book. Okay, and look, y'all. I don't like frogging. Look at the detail. Okay, I'm gonna open it up. And I've been using it to frog. So I got my little snag nabbit right here. That's like a little piece of felt, wool felt. This is a needle minder with a frog. And her cute little note. Oh, I have my, there's like a little cute crocheted little thing that I have in here to put my orts in. And I took it on my quilt retreat, and I haven't unpacked my quilt retreat bag yet. So it went in here too. I took this whole thing with me. So like little scissors and a tucker and a seam ripper. But look at the fabric and just the detail. Like, so cute. And I'm still a little shocked. In shock, and still just how cute it is. Amazing. Just amazing. Yes, I went on a quilt retreat, and I'll put in two of the things. I worked on 4 things, but I'll put in 2 of the things. I finished all the blocks on my shark quilt, and I finished a paper piecing bat. So my bat, I'm gonna make it into like a little mini wall hanging. And the shark quilt, I'm gonna make it really, I think I'm gonna put the sharks 4 across and 3 down, and I'm going to hang it on our awning for when we camp and like the sun is blazing. It'll be like a sun shield. I hang up quilts and sheets and stuff. Quilt tops, not quilted top, you know. Okay, so lastly, somebody asked me about my hoop. They wanted me to, I think it was Flossability's mother, the mother of Flossabilities. So this is my hoop. It is a spring hoop. So you squeeze it, you pop it in. And I've had this hoop since I was probably 16. So I've been using this hoop, for 35 years. And it's just incredibly easy. You just pop it in, and if I need to move really quick, it just moves. Like, I can move it that quick. And I have bought a couple more off of eBay. So I own 2, but this is my original one that I've been using for years and years and years. But I have one other one, and then I have two small ones. So like when I'm stitching on the frogs, ugly duckling with the frogs with the ducks, and this is too big, I have a smaller one like this, like a spring hoop. So, and these are my favorite, and you just squeeze, it pops out, and you squeeze, and it pops in. And it holds it tight for me the whole time. I don't have to tighten it while I'm stitching. So, just wanted to, somebody asked, I think it was Instagram, they asked if I could show it on my next Flosstube. So that's it. Okay, I think that is it. I will pop in the quilts and the pictures. Oh, I wanted to show you something before I take it down. Well, I am taking it down and I'm putting it away for spring, and I want to show you that real quick, so hold on. Okay, here we go. This hangs up in sort of the dining room space. I have a little tiny quilt hanger, and this is, what is this called? It's by Country Cottage Needleworks, maybe. And I stitched it a while ago, and I changed the middle block, and I just quilted it, put it in a little quilt. And it's winter, so it is going down and going back into the closet. So I just wanted to show you that real quick before it goes away. So I want to get the bat done, and I think I'm going to hang my paper pieced bat where this was. So, okay, that's it. I love you guys. See you in a month, probably. It seems like I'm doing these. Life is crazy. Life is so busy. So I will try to be back in